How to have a sexual awakening. So you may have heard of the term sexual awakening. You may have even heard a few stories from people. But what does that really mean? Well, I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But in this video, what I really want to do is talk about, of course, what is it? But really, how do you have one? And what would be the purpose of having one? Like, why would you want to have one? But before I do that, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Doing so greatly helps me get this information out to those who need it. Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Anthony. I am a certified sexologist, Tantra Counselor, NLP Practitioner, and sex, love, and relationship coach. And for over 10 years, I have been helping men, women, and couples have the relationship of their dreams and the best sex of their life. So let's dive in. Recently on the Love Lab podcast, I had a woman on named Deborah Kagan. The title of that episode was How to Awaken Your Erotic Self with Deborah Kagan. And we were really talking about having a sexual awakening. But what does that really mean? Well, a sexual awakening is a freeing of your life force sexual energy. And it can feel like increased energy, a sense of sexual freedom, loss of sexual shame, sexual empowerment. It can feel like a full whole body orgasm. So it's really a freeing up of your sexual energy. And why would you want to have one? Well, why would you want your sexual energy to be stuck or repressed? And what we talked about in that episode on the Love Lab podcast was that there are a lot of things that happen, especially when we're younger, that can force us to shut down our sexual energy. So things like, maybe religious systems. A lot of shame comes from that. Could be something like sexual abuse. Those are just a couple of examples, but you get the idea that there are things that can happen that can cause us to feel like there's something wrong with our sexuality, that it's something that should be repressed, something that is dangerous or bad in some way. And that really is a shame because you can call it chi, jing, prana, life force energy, sexual energy, whatever you want to call it. It is our life force. It's what animates us. It's what we use to create things in the world. And we really need that energy to be flowing through our entire body as best as we can. So that's why you would want to have it. If you are suppressing your sexual energy, you're probably suppressing a lot of things in your life that could be better if you could get that flowing again. So then the question becomes, how do we do that? How do we have a sexual awakening? Well, to be honest, you cannot force a sexual awakening to happen. And many people say that they kind of stumbled upon it by accident. But there are things that you can do to set you off in the right direction that are likely to lead you towards a sexual awakening. So, number one, there has to be a willingness and an openness. You have to have an open mind to the possibilities of what could be. Even if you think that you don't have a lot of shame around sex, even if you think that your sex life is pretty good, be open-minded to the fact that there could be more, that you could unlock even more, even deeper, more powerful levels of your sexual energy and your life force energy. Next, start by exploring your own body. Everything is an inside job. It starts with us. If you really want to work on unlocking that sexual energy, start by exploring your own body. A self-pleasure practice is a great way to do that. Figure out what your body likes, what you like, what really gets it turned on, what gets that energy to move within you. Too often people expect their partners to be the ones to give them that experience. And while that can happen at times, we don't want to rely on that. So the first step, other than having an open mind, of course, is to start exploring your own sexual body yourself. Once you have done that, the next thing is to enroll your partner. Enroll your partner in this and tell them this is going to be fun. This is going to be an exploration. We're going to play with each other's bodies. We're going to learn new things. We're going to see how far we can possibly take this. One of the ways that you can enroll your partner is to maybe try Tantra. The beauty of Tantra is that it really does encompass this whole being approach. And it's really about moving that sexual energy. And there are a lot of practices in Tantra designed to do exactly that. So if we're defining a sexual awakening as this freeing of your life force sexual energy, Tantra does have a lot of practices to help you do that. One of those practices is focusing on moving energy. So when you are making love with your partner, it's not just about the physical sensation in the genitals, like, okay, that's good, but you want to try to move that sensation through your whole body. You can literally get to the point where you feel that sexual energy flowing through your entire body, and you can have what they call whole body orgasms. Some other things you can do are to read books about it. Read books about awakening your sexual energy. Read books about releasing shame. Work with a counselor to release shame. That's a big part of what Celine and I used to do together, is really helping people release shame. And I still do that when I work with clients, because that is often in the way of them achieving their goals. Another thing is read stories about other people who've gone through their own journey, because as you hear more and more examples of people who've been through this, you could go, oh yeah, okay. And you get ideas about things that you can try to help you along your own journey. And lastly, have fun with it. Do not pressure yourself. If you put too much pressure on yourself to somehow have an awakening, you're probably not going to have an awakening. Remember that it is a journey, like so many things in life. You set out on a journey, you don't know where it's going to take you, you don't know how long it's going to take, but you know that you are committed to the journey, and just have fun with it. So there you go. That is what a sexual awakening is. That is why you might want to embark on a journey towards sexual awakening. And those are some ideas on how you can go about doing so. If you like this video, please check out some of the other videos on this channel. I now have over 700 videos on sex, love, and relationship. In addition, also, please check out the Love Lab podcast. You can watch it right here on the channel. You can also listen to it on any major podcast platform. And if you go to kevinandceline.com/vault, you can sign up for a free library of sex, love, and relationship resources. There is a ton of great free stuff in there. All of those links are in the description below. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.